Biden's doctor who refuses to testify. I mean, taking the fifth, did you see it? I'm going to show you. We got the tape. Here we go.
Were you ever told to lie about the president's health?
On the advice of counsel, I must respectfully decline to answer.
Did you ever believe the president was unfit to execute his duties as president?
On the advice of counsel, I must respectfully decline to answer.
Are you declining to answer the question put to you solely on the ground that you believe the answer will incriminate you?
On the advice of counsel, I must respectfully decline to answer based upon the physician's patient privilege and in reliance on my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Wow. So he's afraid he's going to incriminate himself because, hey, maybe he actually should have given the president of the United States that test that every other man gets. I mean, I realize he was older than most men and you think you're out of the window, but how is it that his cancer is so elevated right now? I'm sorry, like you're the president of the United States. You should get the best possible care. And if you didn't give him the test, okay, you just are a lousy doctor. And if you did give him the test and you didn't tell anyone, we got a little bit of a problem, don't we? Because as Ted Cruz pointed out, somebody else seemed to be doing most of the work. There was that little Autopen at work.
Mr. Wold, you're a lawyer who served in the White House counsel's office. You understand the gravity of presidential action. Does the president's signature carry legal and constitutional weight under Article 2?
Yes.
Is the act of signing an executive order or signing a law or granting a pardon a delegable duty of the president?
So in that opinion in 2005 from OLC, they said essentially that an Autopen could be used by a subordinate, but the president's determination as to sign the document can never be delegated.
Can that authority be transferred to a staffer or a machine without the president's explicit authorization?
Never.
And if you look at the statistics are stunning. In 2021, President Biden issued 78 executive orders. None were signed with an Autopen. That first year of the presidency, Biden, I suppose, was relatively lucid, and 78 executive orders he signed by hand. The second year, however, we see the Autopen emerge. The first Autopen executive order was issued on July 15th, 2022. After that day, 100% of the executive orders issued in 2022 were signed by an Autopen. In 2023, Biden issued 24 executive orders. 16 were Autopenned. In 2024, Biden issued 19. 14 were Autopenned. In 2025, Biden issued 14 executive orders. Every single one was Autopenned.
That's a little strange. I mean, sometimes people get fatigued on the job and they kind of check out in the final months, you're leaving to go somewhere else. I was a correspondent at CBS News and I knew I was leaving to go be an anchor on CNBC, and they asked me if I wanted to go to Iraq for Christmas. True story. My father was like, I'm sorry, I fought in Vietnam so my daughter wouldn't have to go to Iraq. And my husband's like, that'll be the day. So let's just say I declined the opportunity to go to Iraq and report from Iraq. Again, I was in my last final weeks. I knew I was leaving, right? Maybe Biden was just checked out, or maybe it was something more. Maybe it was that he was really struggling, like we see here. I'll never forget this.
I better not start the questions. I'll get in trouble.
What's your message for Super Tuesday voters? Super Tuesday said, do you have a message for voters?
That was bad. He was out of it. And then we knew he was out of it when we all saw it on the debate stage. And yet Dr. Jill, who must have been in cahoots with the real doctor, said this. Oh, you were great, honey. You went the potty and everything.
Joe, you did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the... And let me ask the crowd, what did Trump do? Lied!
Oh my gosh, these people are sort of shameless, are they not? Anyway, this this thing is going to heat up, mark my words, and Donald Trump is going to make sure of it.
Biden, look, it's a very sad thing what happened, but we're going to start looking into this whole thing with who signed this legislation. Who signed legislation opening our border? I don't think he knew. I said there's nobody that would want an open border. Nobody. And now I find out that it wasn't him. He auto-penned it. Who was operating the auto-pen? This is a very serious thing. We had a president that didn't sign anything. He auto-penned almost everything. He opened the borders of the United States of America. And I kept saying, who would do such a thing? Allowing criminals to pour in from all over the world, not just South America, all over the world. They came in from Africa, they came in from Asia, they came from the Congo. The prisons in the Congo in Africa, these are rough people. The prisons from the Congo are empty. You know where they are? They're in this country. Who would sign this? Nobody would sign it. No sane person would sign it. You know who signed it? Radical left lunatics that were running our country, and the Autopen signed it. And they didn't want him, and they were disappointed in getting him because they wanted Bernie Sanders. And then after about 2 weeks, they said, wait a minute, this is a gift. He'll do anything. We're going to use the Autopen. And they used the Autopen and everything.
I'm laughing, but you know what? It's actually really serious. And we need to figure out what the HELL went down, okay? Like, we have to. And there are going to be more and more hearings. And at some point, Dr. Jill's chief of staff is going to have to get his you-know-what in there, even though he's refusing. Well, guess what happens? When you refuse, you get subpoenaed. And when you get subpoenaed and you still refuse, oh, well, Steve Bannon can give you the answer to that one. You go to jail. There may be people going to jail after all. What do you think of that one, guys? Hey, don't forget to subscribe, share, like. Make sure you like. Leslie, good to see you in here. Crockett, I'm glad you mentioned her. I'm glad you mentioned Representative Jasmine Crockett, who had a thing or two to say. Oh, yeah. She says she'll take a really dumb Biden any day over Trump.
Do you want to respond to President Biden being diagnosed with cancer?
No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Oh, I got it.
Do you have concerns about the president's health and his mental acuity?
No.
None whatsoever?
I had none. Now, granted, I didn't see Joe Biden every single day, but I did have an opportunity to interact with the president. I never had a concern. If there's anyone that I am concerned about their mental acuity, it is the current occupant.
Actually, I'm a little concerned about you, Jasmine. Very concerned about you. Very concerned about the health of the Democrat Party at this point because TDS has become quite deadly, I think. TDS 2.0 as it's known. Hey, guys, make sure you subscribe, share, like. Yeah, I know, guys, it didn't look like Jasmine. She's got a new hairdo. It's a nice hairdo. But it's like completely different than 2 days ago. I get it. Different, hair piece of some sort. Anyway, we digress. It is great to have you here. I love it. And make sure you do your part. Spread the word. We are live every single solitary day. Well, most days, 5 to 6 a week. I love all that you've been able to do to help this channel succeed. We're coming up on 1 million, baby. How about that? All right, I'll see you here live again tomorrow.